So, part of the reason why I'm not a big college football fan is because I grew up in New York on Long Island, and I went to St. John's, so it's just not something that I was really exposed to much when I was younger. But like I love football. I love the NFL. I'm a lifelong Jets fan, so that proves
I'm
like I
sorry.
don't necessarily yeah, exactly. I don't necessarily need a certain level of quality to enjoy football and to root for a team in the sport. But for me, college football always felt a little more regional.
Hmm.
Am I wrong or naive in thinking that this realignment helps to change that and could potentially recruit more casual fans like me to the sport in the long run?
That's been the point for a while. Is they want to get more casual fans. They want to have those big blockbuster matchups week after week after week. And I was texting an athletic director about this the other day, and this AD said, "Well, I worry about the regular season." I said, "You guys understand? You're helping the regular season here. This was an AD at a school that is in the quote unquote power two. The SEC adding Texas and Oklahoma, the Big Ten adding USC, UCLA, Oregon, and Washington. You're making better games than you had before. I think the people in charge of the sport didn't realize how much damage they did the regular season with the stupid body bag games where they're paying a max school $1.5 million to come in and get beat, or with basically the lack of parity within the conferences where the Big Ten has their elite teams and then they got some chum at the bottom, and the SEC sometimes has chum at the bottom too. And the games that have stakes and the games where it feels like both teams have a chance to win, those are the games that people want to watch. So there are going to be more of those with more brands that people like. And so, yes, the casual fan will probably be rewarded. The diehard fan will still watch. And that's the part that the diehard fan that complains on Twitter about it. This is terrible. I'm not going to watch it. Yes, you are. You love this stuff. I don't care. You are never going to find something else to do on a fall Saturday afternoon. Like those people are already hooked. So it's a case of trying to bring more people into the tent. And everybody keeps comparing it to NASCAR. But the thing is, NASCAR is boring for one, but two, it's not football. Like we as a country love football and are very passionate about football and will watch football because it's on. And if we had the best of this age group, because remember, 3 years, they can't go to the NFL. So you have players who are going to be first round NFL draft picks playing in all these games. If we have that, people are going to watch it. And if you have more of Alabama, Texas, or LSU, Oklahoma, people are going to watch that more.
With 18 teams in the Big Ten, like, is there eventually going to be a point where the bigger schools stop paying those lesser out of conference schools to come in and get beat early on in their schedule because now there is so many teams in their conference that, I mean, they could essentially build a schedule where they are playing lesser teams just within their own conference.
Now, not if you ask their coaches. They would like to keep doing that. But I think we'll see that as the SEC. And if the SEC got bigger again, I think you'd probably see that too. The SEC's at 8 conference games now. They're going to go to 9. But yeah, if you get much bigger in the Big Ten, you might have to go to 10 conference games. And, I don't know that a lot of people are going to complain about that other than because I don't even know if the fans of the MAC schools or the Sunbelt schools that get brought in enjoy those games all that much. So,
right.
I think there's a chance that happens, and nobody's going to really shed a tear in terms of audience because we want to watch better games on the whole. So I'd be all right with that. We'll see what they do. I would like to see good out of conference games. And a lot of it is, going to the 12-team playoff in 2024. People are going to have to rewire their brains because a lot of people think you have to be undefeated or one loss to have been a great college football team. Well, part of that is maybe you just got lucky with your schedule. If you make it where everybody's playing more good games, the idea of getting lucky, the schedule goes away. But also you have to consider the idea that a team that lost 2 or 3 games might still be one of the best teams in the country. because maybe that got better as the season went on. Maybe they're hot at the right time. And I know that bothers the purists a little bit, but that's how every other sport works. And we don't have a problem with it. Like, we don't have a problem with the Denver Nuggets winning the NBA title. Like, they played their way through and won it. Ditto for whoever wins the Super Bowl. So, and I realize that there's a bunch of college football fans. We don't want to be like, yeah, you do. It's the most popular sport in the country for a reason. And it's fine to be different. Like, quirky differences are great. Like, I don't want Colorado to ever stop running a live bison down the field. That's great. That's a great quirky difference. Having a stupid postseason that isn't as fun as any other postseason in any sport, because everybody else does it the right way, that's not a cool quirk. That's just dumb.